Previously on Jacob 72, I beat Sonic the Hedgehog after long last at top record speeds, only to be thwarted by Eggman's plans of obtaining the Chaos Emeralds for years to come. Now, we return one day later, after beating the game a second time, collecting all 7 Chaos Emeralds, and using only 1,000,000 save states. Let's do this and finally get the true ending for Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna load a quick save here, because I'm playing on the Genesis Mini. Not only that, but I actually have the right settings now, so the microphone should sound a lot better than it was yesterday when we got the fake ending. But in case anyone hasn't seen that beautiful video, of course, pretty much if you don't collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds in this game, you don't get the true ending. I guess you get a fake ending. And I found out to get the Chaos Emeralds, you have to get 50 rings in a level and make it to the end with at least 50 rings. But yeah, if you do it correctly, you get to this special stage. It looks like kind of like a drug stage or something. Like, it looks pretty hardcore. And you're trying not to make it to the end. You're trying to break through the barriers and get the Chaos Emeralds in the middle. It's very tricky to do, so you really have to get them at the beginning of the game. Yesterday I got it on my first try. I have, I think, 2 continues if anything, but we're not gonna need them, of course. We're professionals here. I think in Mario, you also, like if you get squashed, as long as you're, like the fully grown Mario with the mushroom, I think you can still survive. You just become flat. I'm doing really bad. That's my second continue here. Oh my lord, if I die, this will be embarrassing. How did I get it yesterday on the first try? Gotta be careful. Oh my turd. What the butt? What the butt is going on? Somehow I got worse overnight. Yesterday it took me longer too to beat the game. I think it took like a few days. I was playing a little bit every now and then at night. Whereas today, I think it only took me a few hours because I was only worried about the Chaos Emeralds. And then once I had those, I just flew right to the end. Whereas when I first played this, I was just kind of focused on what do you call it? Just like exploring and stuff, seeing what this game is, and trying not to die from all the bootleg, things. Deathros. What the turd? Alright, let's continue. Can we do it? The suspense is real. And yeah, if, like I said, luckily I have a quick save, just in case, in case of emergencies. But I can't even imagine playing this like on an actual Genesis. Like if I was a toddler and I kept dying, then that's it, like game over. You have to start the entire game all over again. Like, that is so bootleg. I remember those days too, but luckily, Mario Sunshine and like Wind Waker, like the games I played, or like Link to the Past, I think they had continues. So you didn't have to worry about getting a game over and then dying. There were some games though, like Crystallis, still makes me angry that the battery in the NES cartridge, like I guess after 20 something years it dies. Yeah, the save, data gets erased if you turn the console off. And yeah, that's so bootleg. Like, back in the toddler days, things were more hood, of course. You gotta keep the console on if you want to beat a game, or you have to do it in one sitting, which usually is kind of difficult. Like for the longest of times, I couldn't finish the original Mario on the NES. Like, I couldn't beat it because it was also pretty, like it was a tricky, oh my lord. It's a tricky game too, like to beat that game on the NES. And I only finished it, I think I was streaming it a few years ago. And I only beat it because I found out that there's What is it? There are continues in the game. I didn't know that. Like, I think instead of pressing start or something, you hold select and then press start, I think. So whenever I would play, you know, Mario on the NES, I would just, every time I die, I just go right back to the beginning. And it was really frustrating. And then when I learned that, I was like, oh my god. I can actually continue and beat the game once and for all. It was a life-changing moment, of course. And then, you know, my life changed when I, in the toddler days, I bought a memory card on the GameCube. With my own cash, I think it was like $30. You know, I bought that, as well as a link cable, like the GameCube, Game Boy Advance adapter cable, as well as the Sonic Adventure 2. I remember I bought that with my own cash. I was proud of that. I was in the, you know, toddler days, so that was when, you know, the cash was from birthdays and like Christmases, you know, for a million years saved up. And $30, that's a lot, you know, for like a, oh, we did it, for a memory card and everything. Eat turd, Eggman. So is this the true ending? Like, does something different happen? Or is it the same thing? Because so far it looks the same. Oh, no, this is different. The power of 7 Chaos Emeralds. Whoa, what the? Where'd they go? Sonic. That's it? So the only difference so far, I guess we'll have to wait until the end. Maybe Eggman will show a different screen or something. I guess the only difference is Sonic, what is it called? He just, you know, throws the emeralds up in the air. They're kind of like Dragon Balls, I guess. You know, just fling them in the air and then they just go scattered about. Whereas I think in the other Sonic games, I'll have to play those next, if anything, in the future. Because this is the first time I think I'm playing like a 2D Sonic game. I think in the later ones, I think he turns into Super Sonic, if I'm correct. I'm not sure if it's the same thing though, like, you know, getting the 7 emeralds by collecting the 50 rings or something. If it's the same thing or not, I'll have to find out. But yeah, I think he turns into Super Sonic because I remember, like, in the cutscene, I think the intro cutscene in Sonic 2, I think, like, you see him flying. He's like yellow and stuff, and he's just like, you know, flying around. I thought that was cool. And then Sonic 06, of course, that's the recent Sonic game I beat like a few years ago. At the end, that one you also get, like, it's cheesy, you know, you combine forces, of course, with Shadow and Silver, and, you know, you become Super Sonic, and then you're just flying around, taking out who, I don't even remember what the final boss's name was. I don't think it was Iblis, that was the fire thing, it was some other thing. Anyways, this was Sonic the Hedgehog. I thought I'd be, you know, I thought I'd fly around. Come on, Sega, don't bootleg me like this. And so this is it. This is what I beat the game again just for this screen. Was it worth it? I don't know, but that is kind of cheesy. I thought it'd be something else. Like, I thought I could chase him or something and bootleg him. Well, I guess not. That's it, ladies and turds. That's Sonic the Hedgehog here. True ending. I'll snap my finger here, show you the fake ending. As you see, Eggman, he's you know, juggling the Chaos Emeralds in front of you. However many you missed. I missed 2 yesterday, and that's what I got, that screen. Alright, howdy do. I looked it up, and I think later ports of the game actually have a 7th Chaos Emerald, which do unlock Super Sonic. Not just that, but I actually found a way to get the Chaos Emeralds a lot faster than having to replay the game. I think you have to be at the menu screen here. Then you press up, down, left, right, then hold down A, B, C at the same time, and then start. And there you go, a level select screen. And so yeah, if you want to play the final boss again, there you go. If you want to get the Chaos Emeralds, you just play through the special zone. It's a lot easier than having to play through the game a million times. It's still kind of bootleg, but thanks for watching. In the future, I'll have to play the other, Sonic games, the sequels. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.